Let me tell you exactly what ancient Egyptians believe. The first Osirian bloodline, we don't believe that the creator is some myth. Okay? Our God is a human man. But we're trying to show this guy here that the spirit comes first. So before we got here, we were light and sound. That is why when you close your eyes and you're covered in darkness, you can sleep peacefully. Why is that? Huh? Because in your mind...
Say that again, bro.
I'll get to it one more time. We believe that we were here before our flesh. Creating, moving, existing, helping the creator.
Particles.
Whatever we were. I don't know, bro. That's what I'm trying to say to you. How can they put a white Palestinian man up and show that as the figure of the creator and God when no one's seen God? So let me just finish.
All right.
So we believe that our creator used us to create everything. The creator is so great, the creator wouldn't need to touch anything. He wouldn't need to move. The thought from the creator would go out and that thought would materialize itself. Let me give you an example of what I mean. When I feel angry, it's not a physical feeling. It's a spiritual event that causes a physical reaction. So I'll start to sweat physically. I might start to shout. My body might tense up. That's the physical reaction to wherever this anger came from. Because what you've noticed is when you're not angry, you're in your higher voice, people seem to want to make you angry. There's some beings out there that if you're a driver or whatever, and they just do fucking shit that fucks with you for the day. And now they've brought you to that point where you're angry like them. Or like we might be in a room and we're talking and we're reasoning and someone walks in the room and we can all feel something from that person. We all look at each other like, rah. Yeah, and then somebody will leave, right? What I'm showing you, Nelson, as my brother, I'm showing you that there is a simultaneous spiritual world running alongside us, bro. And you can't look at a beaver or a rabbit or a horse or any of these things. When a storm's coming, look at what the sheep do. The sheep all together, they go. They do what's in their nature, bro. What's in this? Hold on. I'm not finished. Because I'm giving you the word now. I'm giving you the word now.
I've got a perfect rebuttal for this.
So watch, there's no rebuttal for it. There's no rebuttal for spirit, bro.
Alright, go ahead.
When I see my child, when I see my young Duamu Tef III, my youngest child, because my oldest child is usually doing his thing and whatever. When I see my youngest child and my youngest child says, Daddy, when I go to the school, I pick up my son, there is a feeling that takes over my physical body that I don't care if I'm broke. I don't care if my car's parked on the W line. The only thing that matters is when he comes through that gate, he sees the older Duamu Tef. And I see his face, and there's a reaction there. There's a symbiotic relationship there. And it's something spiritual. A thought doesn't come out of your ear and drop on the ground like a pair of glasses. A thought is just there. And you got to understand, you have a physical brain. Your physical brain is very limited. The white man tells you that. He says you can only use a certain part of your brain. So how the fuck did we put a rocket on space, on the moon? How the fuck do you invent trains? How the fuck is all this shit? You got all this technology from using that much of your brain. What they're not telling you is, and they're not going to teach you in school, and I'll give you the school, how they fuck you from school, is that you're working alongside your own spirit. Because when that voice is talking, like when someone cuts me up on the road and that higher voice says, Kel, leave it. You know what's going to happen. It's going to be police statements. You're going to fuck up your day. You hear it loud and clear. But guess what? If you give in to the lower voice, guess what? Now you're getting done for road rage. Now you're in handcuffs because you listen to that lower voice. And the lower voice is usually the base to the penis. And this is where the obelisk comes in, where my man over here is trying to show me evidence of his existence from the ancient time and accidentally fucks up and sends me his evidence of the ancient time off of an obelisk. The only way the Hebrew can prove he existed in ancient time is to go back to ancient Egypt. And when he's talking about homosexual pharaohs, let me tell you something, bruh. Your own prophet was a pharaoh. Moses lived in Egypt 87 years. When the pharaoh found him on the Nile River, they didn't kill him. They fed him as a child, played with him. They would have had to play with him. They would have had to change his nappies. They would have had to give him baby food, soft food. They wouldn't just give him anything. So there's no stories in the Bible, bro. This is what I'm trying to say now. You're saying facts, bro, but you're ignoring the fact that there's no pages anywhere.
Let me come back.
There's nowhere anywhere from they find Moses to Moses as a grown man living in the house of Tut